Hi everyone, delonewolf here and welcome back to Stellaris. In today's video I want to introduce you guys to my latest game. I decided I wanted to try one of the final machine combinations that I have not really tried yet. So say hello to the Mictor Incorporators. These are driven assimilators, basically the Borg. And yeah, I decided I wanted to start with a race like this. And so we've got a little bit of combat to start off with here. We've got a small fleet of, I think it's only corvettes, 1.1k fighting power. But we need to take care of some of these pirates. So let's engage these scumbag pilots. Do I have, well, I've got point defense, which is good against their missiles, I think. And here we go, taking out pirate ships one after another with, I think it's lasers? Or do I have different weapon systems? I actually don't know. I just set everything on automatic, and I honestly still don't, haven't checked out the, is that combat done? Time limit. Oh, okay, yeah, that's because I'm creating wrecks here, right? There we go. So that's grabbed. We get some nice resources. And now we can ask these guys to be upgraded. Here we go. So the Mictor Incorporators driven assimilators like the Borg, basically. I'm enjoying this so far, but this may also become a rather short playthrough. The main reason is here are the Lachax conservers, and these guys, well, keepers of knowledge, overwhelming power. I was left alone a little bit to keep expanding north, and the main reason for that is probably here the Zanami raiders. So we've got some mercenaries here as well that we have to be careful of, and down here we have two imperialists who, well, basically blocked me off very quickly, but luckily, you know, this is like a one-way street. So this is gonna be, I think, one of the early fronts that we'll try to test if, well, these keepers of knowledge don't try to keep us down or anything like that. In the meantime, yeah, we're expanding, trying to grab as much territory as possible, try to grab as many planets as possible, because so far for these, oh, and actually I can definitely see that there's a lack of energy. We can probably fix that later on that individual planet. Is there anything else that I need to invest in? Let's take a quick look at that. Well, we'll have all of this for let's also quickly build a destroyer so that I get my fleet size up. Yeah, this is looking quite nice, and we've got two new colonies coming that'll allow me to invest these minerals. And yeah, the biggest advantage here, look at that, we have our robotic Mictors. I would say the main part of the race, of course, we are an AI, but we also have a form of incorporation of biological entities, and that is the Savix cast here. I chose to have both of them looking a lot like insects. And I think that they fit well together. And these guys, in case of my Mictor Incorporators, are mostly used for their brain power. So the idea here, if I go like this, and then demographics, I think. So we've got the Mictor themselves, who are, let's see, power drills, so extra minerals, robot upkeep, so they don't cost too much, energy credits, so definitely very strong in economic aspects here. But then we've got the construction complete. The Savix, and these guys are, let's see here, also thrifty, so they're good for energy production, which you need. These guys take energy and not food, but then they're intelligent, so we're basically sucking all the brain power out of them to get extra research, and so of course that's the main focus. If I get research tiles, I have to put a Savix cost on that so that we get as much out of it as possible. Once I start upgrading these buildings, that should really start to pay off. I'm waiting for 75 influence so I can take the next system here, and yeah, I'm actually at this point up to 3. Let's see here, let's build all of that, this, all of this, and all of this. So I'm currently running with like 3 construction ships, and I'm basically starting to get, let's actually move this guy here, to get to the point where they're used all the time and my economy is getting strong enough for them. I also have 3 science ships, but you can clearly see that we will be boxed in pretty soon, and then it's gonna be wartime for the Mictor Incorporators. And yeah, it's the Lachaks here that are probably our biggest threat. But we have some consolidation to do first here. We, for instance, have the Ruby home system here, so that is something that we need our fleets to grow bigger for first, and then yeah, colonize all of this. And I will see. I'm thinking down here first, but we could also take care of the raiders before they become a problem. So lots of choices to make, but so far quite a lot of fun. Here's my next colony ship, and is that 2 planets that I can colonize here? So let's start with this one. All of them get bonuses, so this is actually perfect, absolutely perfect. And then I'll make yet another colony ship. And this one, I'll have to do the Mictors. So this is one thing that you have to keep in mind. All planets will look green to you, but you can't always put up the biological Zavix cost on all of them. So for that, if you press colony ship, you can see here that we have 80% for continental, 60% for tropical and ocean, and then 20% for a lot of the other ones. So you can't always use them, but the big advantage is that these guys grow by themselves, they reproduce by themselves. And so you actually have, if you invest the minerals in robots as well, then you have double population growth. And the other half from these guys is basically, let's see if I can show that somewhere. So I am filling this up quite a lot. This is a tomb world, so let's actually use our minerals and get started on everything here as well. We'll just start with this. We've got plenty of energy, so we're also going to clear out these tiles. And here, obviously, no biological life forms can grow. But let me see. Well, I'm not really sure if I can show it at the moment because my economy is doing better, and so more and more of these planets I can just fill them with robots and then look if I should like transplace some of these Saviks or something like that. But these basically grow like any other non-robotic pop at the big advantage of only costing energy. So this really does feel like it's super strong. I think being an incorporator, a driven assimilator means that I will normally, oops, and I should really do this as well, be able to go to war with everyone as I please, which I like. And at this point here, let me think. I think we'll add some extra energy. Or we, three, yeah, we could do a mineral processing plant for these 3. 1, 2, actually, we'll take the power plant. Energy is super important. Because it's the lifeblood of the Mictor Incorporators, of course. So let's keep going. Fleet-wise, I need these guys to be upgraded more. So we can, and that's going to be my focus as well. We're just going to focus super heavily. Let's put up a listening post here on getting a really big fleet so that we can conquer the whole galaxy. Not sure if it will work, but I did a strategy like that as well with exterminators, and it worked quite nicely, although I didn't finish that game. But we'll try to do it with this one. And as I've said, we do have a challenging start, although I love the fact that I started right here to the side. It does mean that threats can't come from everywhere. You're not immediately surrounded by other empires. Nobody likes me, of course, everybody's red to me. But we'll convince them, and we will add their biological and technological distinctivenesses to our own. So the Star Dynasty of Botra is still equivalent, and so are the allied Kedeshi holdings. They even have equivalent fleet power. Jesus, that is actually pretty impressive. But yeah, these guys can't get to me unless they have to go through this blue guy. So that should be all right. Construction ship here, ready to build everything. So we're just gonna do that. Maybe build the mining stuff here as well. And that actually means that I would need another colony ship. Can I use this one already? Let's take a look. Colony ship. and that's always going to be these guys, yeah, obviously, because it's filled with them. Gotcha. And there we go. This is basically phase 1. Took me a few hours. I usually play on normal speed all the way through, just so that I can stay on top of everything that's happening. And after a few hours of play, this is where the Mictor Incorporators have landed. So we cleared out XT81 Singularity as well. 3 pirate hives so far, but actually not bad, because they do get you like couple 100 minerals every time, which gives you a nice little boost, maybe a colony ship or something like that. And my very early start was not easy, only 3 planets, and then this 4th one actually took me a while to get to. And I took my classical route as well with my tradition. So we are expansionist, and then now we are working on discovery. I really like expansionist, and I really like as well to go for the perk of imperial prerogative, just so that I can have this massive economy to work with, and really try to incorporate all of these systems into my empire. That's gonna be the aim, of course, become really huge, and I like to go with all of these core systems at first, just so that I can be super established, be very strong, and then start working on a small sector somewhere. So for instance, I would then create an NPC sector here, for instance, without giving too many sectors away. I can easily get 3 of them done, so meaning that I've got room for 3 others here. And as a result, really give myself a lot of resources to work with all the time. It's my playstyle. It's far from optimal, but it is what I enjoy doing at the moment. And so these guys are finally gonna return, which is good. We have room as well for a cruiser in that fleet, so we're gonna make that. And that should be another colony ship done, which will then have to go on the other planet here. Let's colonize that. Again, looks like it's going to be quite rich in resources. So that's actually a nice addition for us. And this one is where I can start to invest as well. If I want to, I can put up some extra research. All of that will be done. And look at that, 6 minerals, because of course of our bonuses, which is really, really awesome. And yeah, we're slowly now trying to outpace our enemies, or no, our future friends in economy, so that we can then start to assimilate them. And that's gonna be it for this one, guys. A very quick introduction video, letting you guys know that I'm playing another Stellaris game, and I plan to really make a series of this one as well with the Mictor Incorporators, so driven assimilators. Let's see how that works out, and let's see if we can make it work, because there are some risks very nearby. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time.
System survey complete.